about how you prioritize clean air and ventilation in an eco-conscious building.
We breathe about 11,000 liters of air every day. As per WHO, 7 million people die prematurely every year because of air quality.
How are we ensuring like a no waste or a moving towards at least minimal waste kind of policy when we're using all of this technology, trying to again go back to the 5-6 R's, reuse, reduce? How are we doing that?
Dubai government had earlier announced that they are going to close down all landfills in Dubai by 2030. This was the announcement done about close to 10 years before. So what we are doing at Fakhruddin is we said that now we need to ensure that all the new developments which we are doing, zero waste goes to the landfill. And I don't know if you know, we are actually growing now wheat in UAE. At Fakhruddin, in our buildings, what we have done in the existing buildings, we have committed that we will reduce 90% of the waste to the landfill in 90 days.
Hello and welcome to the Green Generation podcast. I am Shruti Sitaraman, an entrepreneur and a content creator. And in today's episode, we're speaking to someone who's not just dreaming of a sustainable life, he's building it. From transforming concrete into conscious construction to managing water, waste, and wellness through real innovation, today's guest is a true economic trailblazer. Mr. Samiullah Khan, Chief Sustainability Officer of Fakhruddin Properties, who's also just very recently been awarded the Sustainability Champion of the Year by the Facility Management Awards. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How would you say that you incorporate the 3 R's in your personal every day-to-day life?
Okay. First, what I'd like to say, luck is what people say when preparation meets opportunity.
Wonderful.
There's nothing called luck.
Yeah.
You worked hard, you're prepared, and there's an opportunity which comes, and then people call you lucky. They don't
Sounds like deja vu. This is something my dad says all the time. He says, good luck is not good luck. It's also blessings, but also when preparation meets opportunity. So, sorry.
And so what we have done. So what we have understood is that a lot of people look at the operational carbon.
Right.
But we'd like to look at what is the embodied carbon, what is the operational carbon, and what is the end of life cycle carbon. So if you take each sustainable solution and compare this as a whole life cycle, then you get the actual result. I'll give you an example. So somebody says electric car is the solution. Okay? But if the electric car is powered by a coal-powered power station, then it is not sustainable. A fossil fuel car would be far more efficient there.
Yeah.
Now, if the minerals required, the lithium, it is mined using child labor, then that is not sustainable.
Yeah.
If after the end of the electric car's life, if the battery is thrown into the landfill and that lithium is contaminating the groundwater with arsenic, then that is not sustainable. So we need to look at what is the embodied carbon, what is the operational carbon, what is the end of life cycle carbon, and this is different in different places. So you can't cut and paste something which works in Europe, in UAE, without modifying it, without understanding what the local environment works. So this is the first aspect. So in our development, we are focusing on whole life cycle carbon. The second aspect is, as an engineer, as people who are involved with technology, we have realized that you can have a lot of strategies, but it doesn't work till you fix the culture. Okay? And there is a saying that culture can have strategy for breakfast. And what is culture? Culture is what people do when nobody is observing.
Right.
Okay? So that is what is inbuilt in you. So what we are looking at in our communities is how do we change the culture and the behavior of the people.
Right.
So we work with the children in the community. We arrange a platform. I go and talk to the children there and I explain to them about sustainability. And you'll be amazed to know that they know more about sustainability than me. Because schools in Dubai are doing an excellent job. But the platform for implementation is not there. So as a real estate developer, what I have done is I have collaborated with the Owners Association, because as a real estate developer, what I do is I build buildings, I sell them, and it is handed over to the Owners Association.
Yeah.
I don't control them. So then we have to collaborate with the Owners Association. Now the Owners Association is controlled by RERA, which is a government entity.
Right.
So now we are moving from public sector people, from the private sector into the government. So it's a collaboration between the government and the private sector.
Right.
So the first step which we have done is that we have gone and we have discussed and we have empowered the children in our community to create the change. You spoke about the 3 R's.
Right.
It's a very interesting topic. But for me, the first R is refuse. So if you see, you need to reduce what you don't need. Today, we take stuff which we don't need. So the first R should be refuse. Okay? Then there are multiple other R's like repurpose. And I'll just give you an example.
Right.
In India, in Chennai, when I was growing up, we used to buy clothes when we had a birthday, we had a marriage, or if there was a festival, a Diwali or a Eid or something
Right,
like that.
right.
It was never when the merchants used to put buy one, get one free or
Yeah.
70% discount.
Right.
We used to buy when we needed it. That's number one. Second is after you used that, then you had a sibling or a brother whom you gave it to. Okay? Even if that person can't use it outside, then it becomes night dress. You're repurposing the product.
Yeah.
Then what you do is, if you can't use it as a night dress, you use it during Holi. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you can't even do that,
Yeah.
then your maid use it as a pocha.
Fair.
Now, this is how the Indian ecosystem used to work. Today, fast fashion has changed everything.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And this is not only with the clothes. I can go with examples and examples on and on and on.
Oh, gadgets included, the phone, new phones. Every time there's a new phone, you want the newer model. Every time there's a new laptop, upgrades in life.
So, refuse, reduce, repurpose, recover, recirculate. There are now 6 R's which are there,
Love
and
it.
these keep continuing, and we keep learning and evolving.
I love that you've coined CVAC, 5 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is. Everything that I think we need to learn and understand and, better in wanting to be sustainable with our everyday life. And now I want to talk a little bit about, let's talk on air about how you prioritize clean air and ventilation in an eco-conscious building, for example.
Wonderful. Air is a very, very important subject. See, we eat about a kilo of food. We drink about 2 liters of water, approximately. But we breathe about 11,000 liters of air every day. And air is very unique because without eating, you can survive for a few days. Without drinking, you can survive for might be a day or 2. But without air, you can't survive for more than 5 minutes. So it's extremely important. We do it so often, we don't realize how important it is. That's why when we talk about pranayama and yoga, where we understand breathing, you control breathing, you control everything. So it's extremely important. Coming to the next, what is the condition today? As per WHO, 7 million people die prematurely every year because of air quality. The financial impact of this is about $5 trillion US dollars. And I'll just give you a very interesting perspective. In World War I, in 3 years, about 5 million people died. So it's less than 1.5 to 2 billion per year.
Yeah.
With air quality, every year 7 million people are dying. So we are at war with air. Second, compare it with COVID. COVID changed the way we lived. The total number of people who died during COVID in 3 years is around 7 million. Okay? Air quality, every year 7 million and more. But nobody talks about it. It is possibly the most important thing you do, because you started breathing the day you were born, and the day you stop breathing, you are dead.
Okay.
A very important aspect, has a huge impact, but nobody talks about it. Fortunately or unfortunately, the air quality in UAE is not among the best in the world. The government is taking many initiatives to improve the air quality. We have a major challenge which is called the sick building syndrome, because we spend 90% or even more than 90% of our time indoor. And when we breathe the air which is coming through the ducts, which has carbon dioxide and humidity having molds, then that quality of the air affects us, not only our health and well-being, but also our cognitive ability and productivity. There is a clear study at Stanford which says that when you improve air quality, indoor air quality, your productivity improves by 10 to 15%. So there is ROI in it. There is payback in it. This is a huge challenge, but I didn't know all this. What happened to me was very personal. My spouse, who used to stay at home, was spending a lot of time at home, more than normal. And she was complaining about a slight headache. And we used to take a paracetamol, go to the doctor. It was all right for some time. But it was continuous. It was not getting ending. So we went to the specialist. And in Dubai, when you have a good insurance, they take very good care of you. The X-ray, MRI, CT scan, everything was done. And they could not identify still what was the reason she was getting this headache. To the extent that I thought it was because of me. Because I was the only factor which was left out. But that was not the case. One of the doctors at that time suggested that after a CT scan and MRI, that a nerve in her brain is might be touching with her skull. So it was actually hinting brain surgery. And you'd have just imagined what kind of impact it would have had in the family. And we said, let's take some more opinions. And during the same time, I'm meeting some people and we are discussing about indoor air quality. And when I was reading those documents and interacting with them, the symptoms which they showed on high carbon dioxide level in the building matched with the symptoms which she was having. So I quickly got a sensor and installed it in my house. As per ASHRAE, which is the American standards which we all follow, the CO2 level in the building should not be more than 1000 ppm. And ppm is parts per million. And Dubai, our regulations, we always want to do better than the world. So the regulation in Dubai is 800 ppm. In my house, which is possibly one of the greenest communities in Dubai, maintained by a very good facility management company, developed by a very good developer, the CO2 level inside my house was 3500 ppm.
Ooh.
So now that we knew what was the cause for the problem, so we identified how we can solve it. we solved the challenge. And when I solved the challenge in the home, I said that, okay, that's an opportunity. So let me check my neighbor. Let me check the other people, what they're doing. So we started working on this, and we found that this is not a problem which I had isolated in my house, but this is a huge challenge all over Middle East. And from there, we started focusing on air quality. Today, in the developments which we are doing at Fakhruddin, we say that we give you the best air quality in the world. We have collaborated with Egyptian institutions, we have collaborated with manufacturers, we have collaborated with the research institutions. I have a patent pending on air quality. My PhD is on air quality. And today, we are able to improve the indoor air quality, eliminate the sick building syndrome, reduce the heat island effect, convert buildings into carbon sinks, and save 30 to 40% on the electricity bill. So this is where, again, coming back to the 3 Ps, good for the people, good for the planet, and also good for profit and prosperity.
Right.
So air quality is a global challenge, and we have the solution locally developed here in UAE. It is supported by the universities in UAE, it's supported by the government, and we want to take this globally from UAE, and we called it in a very interesting way, SAHU. The building has a FAHU, which is called Fresh Air Handling Unit. Now we converted it into SAHU, SAHU, which is Smart Air Handling Unit. So your existing building, we are making it smart, and we are improving the air quality and saving money for the residents.
All of these new terms that I think we need to learn, practice, and live. But also what I want to ask you is, as a real estate developer, how do you ensure that we are moving, or we are creating sort of, with all of these practices and these new coined terms, how are we ensuring like a no waste, or a moving towards at least minimal waste kind of policy when we're using all of this technology, trying to again go back to the 5-6 R's, reuse, reduce? How are we doing that?
So this is a very good question. And again, like I said, we are very lucky that we are in a city of Dubai. And Dubai government had earlier announced that they are going to close down all landfills in Dubai by 2030. This was the announcement done about close to 10 years before. And when everybody heard about it, they said, people make announcements, but they never deliver. And Dubai is one city which is very good at setting targets and achieving the target before time. And today, or a week or 15 days back, Dubai municipality announced that they are going to close all landfills in Dubai, not by 2030, but 2027. 3 years ahead of the initial target which it was supposed to commit. So what I'm trying to say is, this is from the government. So the entire sustainability drive, it is not going from the private sector to the public sector, but it is coming as a directive and the initiative from the government. So it is a cue for the private sector to get aligned with the vision and the mission of the government. So what we are doing at Fakhruddin is, we said that now we need to ensure that all the new developments which we are doing, zero waste goes to the landfill. And it is possible in terms of engineering. It is definitely possible. Because if you actually see, Einstein spoke about E is equal to mc squared. So energy is equal to mass plus constant. Waste has mass. So from there, you can generate energy. So you have waste to energy. But before we go to waste to energy, we can actually recover a lot of usable stuff from the waste, like the electronics, the metal, the glass, the paper, all this can be recycled and it can be reused.
Okay.
The organic waste can be converted into compost, and the compost can be used for gardening. One of the major challenge which is globally being faced is the depletion of soil. So by repeated use of pesticides, by utilizing fertilizer, our soil is losing its capacity to regenerate and to grow. So you need more fertilizers and you need more chemicals. But by using this organic compost, we are actually recovering and supporting Mother Nature in recovering. So we are converting desert soil into fertile land. And I don't know if you know, we are actually growing now wheat in UAE. And we are converting the compost. We have about 6,000 cows at a dairy farm, and we are taking that cow dung and converting it into compost and using it in the farms. So we are regenerating the soil. At Fakhruddin, in our buildings, what we have done in the existing buildings, we have committed that we will reduce 90% of the waste to the landfill in 90 days. And this challenge we have taken in collaboration with IIT Madras incubated startup. It's no longer a startup. It's been there for 10 years now. They are managing about 450 tons of waste per day in India. So we've brought in that Indian technology here, used it in our buildings. We've empowered the residents of our buildings. We have used or we have encouraged the children to participate in this mission to reduce the waste to the landfill. And we have successfully executed this in our buildings today. So today in our existing buildings, we can talk about 90% waste elimination from our buildings in 90 days, cost effectively. And in future developments, zero waste goes to the landfill. Everything is utilized.
Hopefully you enjoyed watching this podcast. Hopefully you're inspired and you want to keep watching more. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.